Hello, good day, guys. For my Audio Production Pro second class, I had a little run-in with the program that I'm actually using to capture the screen and talk at the same time. The audio was not that great. Actually, audio was actually terrible. Right? I know we're doing Audio Production Pro. I'll not let this happen again. I just feel, that what I actually did at that time is pivotal for a person who is learning production, so I didn't want to do over the entire production video. So in the future I'm going to do it over, right? But I'm going to let this one run, try and take you the information, guys. This is basically how you create. I'm going to stop right there, so you're going to come and see what is the plus and what is the knowledge that you're going to get from this video. It's going to be totally awesome. Later, guys.
Audio Production Pro.
This video is designed just for persons who want the educational aspect of how to do this. This is not for, I'm not making money off doing this actual mix, right? This is just for educational purposes, guys. Let's go. So I'm back here to do another installment on Audio Production Pro. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna launch Pro Tools. Right, whilst Pro Tools is launching, I'm just going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually create an acapella of a popular song right now. Well, a popular song that I like. I mainly do these types of work on stuff that I mainly like. Reason being is that I will have a more, I should say, a more interactive sense with it. I'd actually feel it. Right, so what I'm going to do is Kessan Iowa, right, stage going bad, 16, create blank session. I just click OK, just give it that name, put it on the desktop right here, click save, and let's go. So we have a blank session. Now if you watch my first video, you'd understand how to create tracks and stuff, so I'm just going to click the shortcut, which is Command-Shift-N. Right, and I'm going to create some stereo tracks. I'm going to actually create 8 stereo tracks. I may not need so much, but there's no limit in Pro Tools here right now. I think there is a limit. I think the limit is like 32 tracks or something. So to import stuff, basically you import stuff from the left hand side here. Right. I'm not seeing my import option. Why is that? Right, but I'm just going to tell you the shortcut. Again, I'm the shortcut master. I love shortcuts. So the shortcut for that is Command, Shift, and I for import. Right. So now that I click import, I'm going to go where my files are. These are the files I'll be working with right here. I'll be taking that wave and this wave. I'll take the bigger ones. Right, better quality. MP3 basically takes strategic slices out of audio, which makes it so small. So let's just say you have a spread of music. What MP3 actually does, it goes in and it slices out parts and makes the file really, really small. Right? There's some other types of compression that actually happens as well, but that's the main thing, right? So we're gonna we can actually pull out our bin here a little bit so we can see it a little better. Right, and we're just gonna take these 2 tracks. Now these tracks are basically set to come out one behind the other, right? So order, you can see top and bottom, right? But right now it's left and right. So if I do top and bottom, it would give me an exact top and bottom like that. Right, guys? So it's lined up. It's lined up almost like how the studio wanted to send it out. Now, let me just do a little cleaning. So this option right here that I'm turning on and off right there right now, what that option does, it actually sends the cursor to the first beat if I click tab. So you see it automatically went there. If this option is off and I click tab, it's going to go to the end of the audio file. If I click option tab, it's going to go back to the top. So I just want to go right here. So to just make my job easy, there, Command E to cut. All right, click tab, Command E. Right, now I don't expect both of them to start exact. I hope the studio actually sent out exact. So what we want to do, let me just make these two here bigger, right? This one and this one. I'm going to group them, Command G, just so that they actually run together, and down the groups down here, it's actually going to show up. So now I'm going to make them larger so we can actually see them. I'm not going to move them as yet. I'm just going to explain what's really the mechanics behind what I'm going to do. All right, so let me just get rid of some dead space here. So what I basically did, since the tracks are grouped, anywhere I click on these two tracks, it's going to select both tracks, right? So I'm going to click return, so it will go to the top of the session. So now it's at the top. Then I'm going to click Shift Tab, so it's going to go to the first piece of audio file that it meets. Now I'm going to put this on shuffle because I want it to go back to the beginning. Then I click delete, return. All right, return will take me to the top. Now what we want to do is we want to line up certain points. The reason why we want to line them up is so that what we're going to do is something called cancellation. What cancellation does is this, let's just say this peak you're seeing right here, this peak right here, look, it's right here, so it's a little off, right? So we got to get that lined up with that, right? I manually move it around, so let me take it out of shuffle mode, and I'm going to literally, now what I watch is the thumb. If you really watch, there's a thumb, I can't zoom, but there's a thumb on the hand. Now I'm lining up the thumb right at the bottom there, I'm lining up the thumb right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring this right. It doesn't seem like I got it correct, but you just keep moving around. So there, it's a little off. So we're just going to grab this one here again. And we're just going to create back by a couple of clicks. And right, something like right there. Now when you got this totally lined up, it's going to start to literally cancel out itself. So let me give you a demonstration first. Let me take off grouping here. And I'm going to explain to you a little more in depth how cancellation works. So I'm going to mute this track, Command M. I'm going to copy this track, Option, click and drag. That's just a copy. All right, so these two tracks are going to play exactly the same thing. Right? So they're playing the exact same thing. What I'm going to do, I am going to come here, I'm going to go on the other, I'm going to find a very powerful plugin that's called Invert. All right, Invert, I'm going to invert one of the tracks. So I've already have one of the tracks selected, I just inverted it, which means I just turned it upside down. As you can see now, the peak, watch where the peak is now. The peak is now down, and I inverted, the peak is now up. So I actually inverted by changing stuff around, right? Now when I play them, they're going to cancel out each other. Because now the graph that is going up and the graph that is going, that was supposed to be going up here, is going down. So it's going to cancel out it's sometimes you have to wrap your brain around it to understand, but it's going to cancel each other because the waveform is opposite to each other, right? Not just so you hear nothing. If I mute one, because it's canceling each other, so that's why you're seeing the level. Now I remember the first time I actually did this and I saw the levels running, I wasn't hearing anything. I was like, what the hell is going on? What did I do wrong? But I'm just going to drop the volume on one of them, so you're going to hear, because I'm changing something, the level, it's causing a little difference in the audio file. So you're starting to hear the opposite track, right? So if I hear this higher or lower than 0, it's going to cancel. So that's how that works. But here what we're going to do. Right now this is canceling everything. It's canceling music, vocals, everything. We just wanted to cancel just the instrumental because we want to create an acapella. So let's just undo all of that. Let's even undo that. Right, so we have this line back up here. Now if you really watch, like right here, right at that exact point, you can actually see there's some other form of vocal, well, you actually can see the vocals. Down here is only instrumental, so you only see a kick, probably a snare, another kick, but here you're actually seeing piece of voice in this one. All right, so we want to cancel out just the beat from this one and leave the voice. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play it to see how close it is. That's the first thing you need to do. You need to play it first before you invert it to see how close it is, right? So it's very close. Let's invert the instrumental, or you could invert the acapella, the actual song, any which one. So I just reverted the instrumental. Now what happens is, according to how they mix the song after the actual song, sometimes they didn't mix the instrumental the same way, and that gives us hell to get it to be a clean acapella, because when they go and they tweak certain things in here with an EQ or whatever, it will throw it off from what's happening with the actual instrumental. So that does be the actual challenge, right? But we're going to see how close we're going to get it, but at least you're going to get the gist. Some songs, when the studio master both instrumental and the acapella properly, I'm actually seeing lining up issues right here. This looks like it needed to be here, right? But when the studio actually mastered the song and they didn't master it exact, right, this looks almost like this now. Let's see if we got it cleaner. So I'm just going to move it around a couple of times until I see how clean I can get it, right? So work with me.
The stage was good. Even for kiddies carnival, the stage was nice. A paradise. It was a paradise. But when I come back on carnival day, and I hear the big trucks start to play, tell them when me and my section touch them is trouble. Because the stage not good again. The stage not good again. The stage not good again. After we trample both the stage, tell them the stage not good again. Hey, 'cause we got to mash it up, shell it down and
It seems when they mixed this song, they added a little more bass, either to the, well, I would assume it's to the actual track. So the bass is still bleeding through. As you guys can hear, the bass is still bleeding through. And probably a guitar or something that they changed.
When I went up panorama, the stage was good. I come back for the master, the stage was good. Even for kiddies carnival, the stage was nice. A paradise. It was a paradise. But when I come back on carnival day, and I hear them.
Whereas when I carried one click this way, just one click this way, you start to hear more bleeding this way. So the best click is like this one right here, right? What Pro Tools could have done is give me something a little more fine, but this is the finest that you can probably get it. So what I can probably do here, there are plenty plugins in here to manipulate the audio to get it exact, but I don't waste too much time trying to get it perfect. I waste more time trying to actually be creative with what I have created. Because you could spend whole day trying to get this done, and when you get it done, what you're going to do with it. So I try to get it done as close as possible, and then maybe if I need to get it even tighter after, I could probably go back in, but then I start to work on it. So first thing I would start to do is find interesting parts of the beat to start to play with, interesting parts of the vocals, because some parts is just some parts I need, and then I may put it back on the original beat, so it wouldn't really matter with too much of the bleeding of instruments and stuff. It doesn't matter too much. And if I decide to build a whole new beat, it's going to be the same tone, so it's going to kind of line up with what is already there. Also, when I'm done creating the acapella, since it's only let's do this quickly. Since it's only bass that is bleeding, I may be able to take the bass out of the actual acapella if I need to get it out. So I'm just going to do a quick mix here. I just sent it to 2 bus here. I'm going to take it back in on that same bus right here, bus 1 and 2. I'm going to press mute. I'm going to press record. I don't need to mute. So I'm just going to press record there. Right, so let's press record. Record is shift space. Right? Or if you come under Windows, you can actually pull up your transporter. So long I've not done this workspace. That's not it. So long I've not been in here. Project, that's project. But it's here now. It's here on the window. It's here on the window. Configuration. Dun, 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 dun. I know the shortcut for it, and the shortcut is Command Shift 5, I think. Memory location, automation. See that this is not it. The transport window right here, man. So you can actually get your record from here as well. All right. So you click there.
Well. When I went up Panorama, the stage was good. I come back for the Mashtra, the stage was good. Even for Kiddies Carnival, the stage was nice. A paradise. It was a paradise. But when I come back on Carnival Day, and I hear them big trucks start to play, tell them when me and my section touch them is trouble. Because the stage not good again. The stage not good again. The stage not good again. After we trample both the space, tell them the stage not good again. Hey, cause we come to mash it up, shell it.
Like I really love that Iowa George sing. I may play with that a lot, but now we have just this, right? So I'm just gonna mute this for visual reference, so at least you guys know that we're not using this on top here. All right, mute. Right. So we're only using this at the bottom, and now we're gonna try and get this bass that is in here out. There are multiple ways we can actually do it real time, like actually pull the plugin on the track, or we can actually pull the plugin from here. Let's pull the plugin from here. So I'm going to get, what can I use? I could use almost any EQ, but let's look for something a little more specific. R bass might be, I'm not seeing R bass. Is it a R bass or X bass? It's been a while I've not been in here, guys. I hardly actually edit these days. All right, but I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. But we're gonna use any EQ can actually do it. Let's use actual Pro Tools EQ. So the actual Pro Tools EQ is this EQ here, EQ1 and EQ7. Since we're just gonna remove some bass, we're just gonna use. Let's use the EQ7. Let's use the 7 band. So it's gonna be a little more visible for you guys. So we're gonna use the preview right here. Now the bass is more up here. Now I did get out the bass, but you have to take into consideration there is bass in their voices that gives it a natural sound. So you have to be careful how much bass you're taking out, or if you could pinpoint the actual bass from the actual track itself, that will be great. Let's see if we can get something in here that will actually display the bass. Here, this is going to show us the bass. So this plugin basically is going to show us our bass, mids, lows. Now this is a plugin you can actually use to master stuff. Right, but we're going to use this just so that we can see what's happening. Right, we're going to put it down to the bottom down here. We're going to pull our EQ here instead now. All right, so let's pull Pro Tools actual EQ 7 band right there. All right, so let's turn this feature here off. This feature is going to keep it on the screen, so that can stay there. This is the one that we're going to manipulate, right? So we see now our feel up there. Now we're watching. I used a plugin just now that literally messed up my track. So let's go down here. Let's move the plugins down here. Let's delete this track literally. Right, so that plugin literally messed up my track. Right. Now we can see the mids, we hardly see in the bass, but we're going to actually see whatever movements happening right here, going to literally just get cut out totally. So I raised it so you guys can actually see it. So you actually see the bass in the song I was talking about, right? In the acapella that we created, right? Seen it, right? So I can actually use that just to get it down to where I need to get it to, because most times when I see singing the stage not good again, I will be putting it on the music, so you're not gonna hear all the impurities that you're gonna hear in the actual, I should say, close to okay acapella that we got, right? So then I will actually record the entire track. Then I would actually apply these plugin information onto the tracks. Now we can do it real time like we did it here. We can actually do it as an actual mix and mix it straight like this, but I rather mix it from the tracks and then alter this, because when you actually run stuff through plugins, you can't undo what you have done in that aspect. But I can actually create this and then I can manipulate this, and I still have the original acapella I can go back to if I make mistakes on whatever. But if this is not good quality or too much bass come out of the voice and I actually record it like this, it's gonna end up, it's gonna end up kind of messed up. So when I unmute the track, I don't know if you guys are hearing the bass. Every time I unmute this, you're gonna start to hear the bleeding of the bass. You can even see it's muted here. It looks grayed out like. Now creating road mix is a whole other, that's a whole next video, right? I have no structure in my mind how I would work with this as yet. I would actually go through the song now and look for certain parts and stuff like that, and then I would know, okay, what I wanna use. Right? Let's unmute here, and then let's mute here, and let's mute here. Now I'm gonna give you a trick. This trick is really going to step up your game. Most times the best parts to use are the parts down in here what DJs most time don't reach to. So when you actually use these parts, they're like, this is a new song, not realizing it's the same song, but just they neglected to put emphasis on certain parts of the song because they just play just the top and then mix in the next song, and that's that. Like right here, I like this. That sounds so clean. All right. So it has some interesting parts in the actual song itself. Let's go to Let's unmute you. Let's go to the instrumental and see what's happening in the instrumental. Now, I sometimes cancel out certain parts of the instrumental. Like I might take a different part and put it over a different part and cancel out certain things and get a whole new piece of beat. All right? There are many tricks. Again, it comes down to your creativity. I have seen persons, guys, in my years of editing, I've seen persons take practically nothing and created masterpieces. Because it comes down to your creativity. You don't need all this flair and all this plugin and all this thing. All you need is just a few basic things. And as long as your mind is creative, you can come up with some amazing stuff. Look like right here. I love this piece of loop right here. Could even carry it up to right here. I'm just going to give you guys a quick thing. Let's give you guys a quick thing, right? So I'm just going to edit there, Command E. So I have my loop. And I looped it terribly. Let's see what. So it's right here. Right to right here. Let me create in a clear spot so you guys can actually see what I'm going to do. Now with this loop, there's lots of stuff. There's so much stuff happening here right now. All right. So we have this. We have this. We have this. And which is a cleaner one than the one on top. So you know what? We're going to take this one and let's put it at the top. This one sounds cleaner. So I just copied it, Command C. You can see all your shortcuts up here for command, for copy and paste and stuff, right? So I click Command C. Then I'm going back to the top. I'm going to click Tab. I'm going to click V. So now I put that on top there. This is what it's going to sound like now. See how it got actually cleaner compared to this. There's some other tone in this, so it was sounding like. You're still hearing a piece of bass in this, so now that I put a clean one there now, it sounds so much cleaner. Now the same clap that is here, clap is here, clap is here. I'm just going to change the claps because I want to get rid of this piece of synth that is inside here. Now, that might be a little challenging, but we're gonna, let's see how best we get that out. So we just have this piece here remain right now. So you'll find a way probably to take maybe even this and probably replace it with that. But let's see how this goes. And I actually like how it sounds now. So we have that. Let's go get a kick. We need a kick. Like this one right here. We come back down here now. First thing we're going to do, we're going to duplicate this 4 times to get a correct bar, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So first 2 bars, we're going to have nothing. Second 2 bars, we're going to have a kick, right? Actually, you know what? Let's not do it so short. Let's go for actually 8. So on our 8, we're going to have so we're going to put in our kick right here. What I just did, I actually found where I want to put the kick. I click Tab, right? And you have to just be careful because look, just now when I click Tab, it didn't land. It didn't land where I wanted it to land. It landed before, so you have to be careful, right? It didn't do it again, but it landed right where I wanted. So now what I'm going to do is hold down Shift, click on top, and paste the kick there now. Right, so now we're gonna get this here now. Right, now it sounds like it cut off, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a reverb on this. So we don't want a reverb from the top of it. We want to be able to keep some level of integrity of the original beat. All right, so I just click tab, shift tab to select all of that. Now we're gonna find a good reverb to stretch this out. I love the reverb because it actually sounds pretty smooth. So I'm just gonna pull this down to about 50%. I'm gonna preview it. All right, so the end of our audio have a piece of impurity right here. And you're hearing it. So this is good, but we need to fix this right here. So we're gonna put a fade right here. Command F for fade. Tab. Again, we don't want it from the top, so I'm just gonna not zoom in this time. I'm gonna just wing it. And then I'm gonna click render. So now also what I gotta do is raise the level a little bit because the verb level tends to drop a little bit. So let's carry back up to about there. So now we're gonna get a smooth flow. Now let's get it a little more real. Command F, we're gonna actually mix in the original into our reverb. Right now this curve is carrying everything more up, so it's not gonna dip because of the crossfade. So now we're gonna get, and instead of creating this twice, I can just copy this one. I can do Command D for duplicate, so it's gonna duplicate it over that next one, and now we have this now. It actually seems like we need another one. So you know what? Let's move all this down. You guys getting a little nugget in here today. Let's move all of this down. Now we need another one of these in between. So let's copy both of them actually. So we need another one right, probably right lining up with this beat up here. So now we're gonna get right, and you realize we started building. Now we can actually use this double, and it will actually complement the piece we already have. Right, so let's just tab down to the next down here. We're gonna put this right. Image may give it a flow. It sounds like it needs to be right here. Let's see. Right, so we're gonna get it's correct, but it sounded wrong. So there we go. Because we are not hearing the full flow, something you have to listen to the full flow to catch your vibes, right? So let's listen to the full flow. And then probably from here. So 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna look for another kick part I want. Right, I like this. Let's go from there to there. So now we're gonna run in tab. Tab actually helps you to move around really fast because I know the next track has nothing on it all the way down to here, so I can actually get there very quickly. Option tab is to go backwards. If you just click tab, that's forward. So I'll go, you can see there's the end of the session. I have nothing past there, so it's gonna stop there. But if I go option tab, it's gonna come back, so I can paste this right on time. Now you realize everything I pick it up on time. It alleviates you having to edit and move around stuff, right? Yeah. right? That piece of loop is incomplete. So let's see what we have here. I like that actually running from the top, so let's take the piece on the top right here. So I need from there to right here. Looping clean, right guys? So now what we're gonna do, let's see if we pull this back out, if the flow is gonna run better from here. Let's just see. Let's see how it's gonna sound. We may need to mute this one. Command M, so it wouldn't clash. This one and that one wouldn't clash, right? So if I need to, I actually edited another part. Let's go back here quickly. Get that part. So before our beat actually comes in, we're gonna stick in this piece right here. We're gonna use shuffle. Shuffle is gonna move around what's behind it. All right, so I fit that in there now. So we're gonna get we're gonna create another piece here now. We went in from creating acapellas into starting a road mix. So let's go up to here. We're gonna take this piece, we're gonna carry it up here, we're gonna invert it and see if we can cancel out something and create something new here. Let's check to see our edit here was not dead on. There's a piece of something there. And that's why I said you have to be careful when you're editing, because that can actually throw off when you actually start now. When you actually start, I just did that freehand. When you actually start lining stuff up, because stuff is so computerized now, just that little off can actually throw off if it's Serato or whatever you're editing with, and cause your mixes to run off because it could be locked digitally. So let's invert this and see what we get. So right now we're on trial and error. Invert. Seemed like nothing happened, but let's see what's going on here. It could be totally off. Let's invert it. This looks like it needs to be back here. So we're gonna have to move this around just a little bit. And you can see nothing is cancelling because these are two totally different pieces of audio. So just basically had a little bust on that one, and that's okay. All right. But this is what we have so far. All right. And when I do road mixes, I bill as vibes come. Let's see from this piece of acapella that we have already created here, what we can use from this. So we need is bud, right? And we're going to put our reverb on it. Let's go back here and let's use that somewhere. So we could probably put that on our, so you realize as we work in here, we're starting to need more tracks. So let's go down here. All right. Let's see, it sounds like I can probably put the bud right here. So it will go. It is a piece of beat in this bud, so I may need to get a cleaner one. Right, or we could probably line it up right here. So it will be. Now you guys may be trying to figure out how am I going to get this sharp sounding bud to actually flow. Again, we're going to use our trusty plugin. Let's put a mark right here, Command E. Let's fade out the end here one time from early, not a heavy fade. We're going to pull this down here. We're going to come inside here and we're going to get the verb. If I'm moving too fast, I'm sorry guys, but sometimes you got to move fast because these things can actually end up taking up your whole day. All right, we previewed that. Again, we know what we have to do. We have to raise the level up. All right. So let's carry the level up. See how big it was, how small it actually gets. So we're gonna carry it back up about there. Then we're gonna put a fade back to the original into the effect. Right, and now you actually have this. Now, a lot of other programs can actually do this stuff, guys, but again, for me, for simplicity, Pro Tools has just made doing these things just so easy. It's not even funny. All right. So we're gonna put another one on top here, and we're gonna put another one right here. Now for unification, I would actually move this one eventually and put it on top there. So all of these are on top there in case I decide to run it through any other effect or anything, it would be there. I'm going to just do one more part quickly. There's a lot of stuff in that A. Yeah. So I actually just put that in there freehand. I wanted to get aye. So we get a little too early. Again, freehand here, guys. Now there are many things you can actually use to do this, but I think freehand is like the best way to get the proper DJ vibes because most DJs are freehand. and it may be a nightmare to time this, but I actually over the years find ways to just get it down pat by just getting the first 2 correct in a loop, and then I know I could just move those around because they are dead on. Which the next one will be somewhere right there. Too early. Let's move him around. Alright. No, I'm not gonna leave him natural to just shout like that. Let's put something on him. So we're gonna come here, we're gonna go to, I don't know what I'm gonna go to, guys. I'm just going random here right now. So let's go here, let's see what we find here. If I have any settings here, I can probably wrong timing. I like how this is flowing. Let's see. Let's see if we can actually get the tail part of this thing that's running to actually come in a little more. So the mix is ready. Feedback. We need to put the delay a little too long, but that's okay. I think. So we have 2. Let's get a third one. So we copy this one, we go there, we go duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Then we process. Let's go duplicate one more time. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Now we're gonna go from here to here. Let's do all of these. So we start having something there, guys. I need one more piece before I actually finish here. I'm actually going to finish, so I'm just going to get...
I come back for the master. The stage was a paradise. It was a paradise. But when I come and I hear the big truck start to play, tell them when me and my section touch them is trouble. Because the stage not good again. The stage not good again.
Right? It might be too early in your mix to actually go with the key part of the song, but sometimes you can actually start it somewhere and then you can move it to where you need it to go. So we're going from the stage are good again, and see how long it could probably hold it. I forgot what I'm holding on to. Let's see what it is I'm holding on to here again. Alright, because the... okay. It's somewhere right here. To time it. Because the stage may have missed it. I think I'm late. Yes. Let's see what we can do here. So we're gonna try something that may mess it up, but you gotta try. So we're gonna go for something called time compression and expansion. This is gonna stretch it, but let's stretch it manually. That is the actual way to put in the figures. I'm gonna stretch it manually right here. So I want to stretch that out really long. Time compression expansion, here it is. I'm going to actually pull this out here, so that's the maximum amount. Then to get that to sound natural is going to be a nightmare. So here what we do, let's turn on something at the bottom down here, right here, and then we're going to go rhythmic, let that process, and then we're going to use this, this might get it a little smoother. Yeah, that got it a little smoother. Alright, so now we have something happen at the end, but it's okay, we're gonna fix that after, right? So let's go. Let's pull this a little more. Let's see. Things are good again. What is it? So we go in. We're gonna fix it after, so we're gonna go for the stage, not good again, and we're gonna put it again. Now we're going to replace this one with this one. So we got exactly what we want. Right? Cool. I'm starting to catch the vibes. Now, there are some parts when I actually feel the vibes, I didn't get it in the actual instrumental. I may have to actually build it, but I actually got the bacchanal need to come in. The bacchanal in the song need to come in under the bad. So you need to get like dum boom boom 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 boom. You understand? You need to get the vibes under the song right there, right? It's in the song, I can hear it, but again we don't have the part, so I may have to build it. We might be able to use this, let's see. Looking for right, so I'm here, and a part I can't use, it has a little too much music in it. but let's see how it actually works out, right? So we want to copy that loop, we're going to go here, and then we're going to put it right here. Let's just line it up. So first what I'm going to do is Option drag just for one piece to get the loop I want to line up exact, and paste. So that way I don't have to go and adjust anything. It's too much. It just needed just the kick. So I'm just gonna Command E, copy, and then I'm just gonna line up these kicks alone. Alright, so we don't have a clean kick, but we're starting with something and then we could change it. Alright, we put in just this kick here. We don't want that part, so we're gonna go. Where have I gone? Right. Alright. This one sounds really clean, boy. This one sounds cleaner. So we're gonna change it. See, we're changing already. Change that one, change that one, change this one. This is the one that we actually want here. Paste it there. There's another kick right here. Change that one too. V. Delete this. Delete this. Now we really only need 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can actually copy this from here to here, so it'll be faster. Duplicate. Should be the same lineup. Alright, so let's bring it down here. So it will actually clash with that what we have right here. Then we're gonna go. This time we're starting to end up with now. Could even change it to this, huh? I know I've really strayed from what I was originally doing, but I guess you guys got a lot from this, right? I'm just showing you just quick on the top of my head, you know, just some stuff. Now this is how I actually start even a professional road mix. I started off just like this with vibes, and then I may go and change things. I may go into Reason, I may go into Logic, I may do stuff, I may even outsource stuff. Sometimes I may even send out for persons who do other stuff to actually help me with certain things. Sometimes I even need a fresh piece of vocals, right? I will actually show you one of Iowa George's famous road mixes that I built just like this. His famous road mix was built just like this, right? So guys, continue having a safe and productive day. I hope you guys got a lot from this. The video might be a little long. I'm just going to leave everything. I'm not going to edit anything because I want you guys to see total transparency, right guys? So let's go. Later, don't forget to smash the like button. For the persons that disagree, you can actually smash the dislike button twice, right guys? Leave a comment. All right, this is going to be very pivotal for this channel to grow. I really want a lot of persons to see how this is done. I'm giving you guys pint-sized bites right now. The main thing that I actually started doing editing for was to learn how to create acapellas. So I actually showed you guys. I actually thought I would have done this at the end of the year, but I think right now is like a good time to actually show you guys how this can actually be accomplished, right? Right, so let me just leave you guys again with just this part here, mute, so at least you can actually see it one more time.
Audio Production